I've built a $5 million a year business, have a great marriage. I love being a father. My life is balanced. I've got freedom and success. Now, I might look like a kid, but I've learned how to build unshakable confidence as a man. And if you're a man who's successful in one area, maybe business, making money, but you don't feel confident, you don't feel like you're good enough, you don't feel like you deserve the love or success you have, this video will change your life. I've taken these 4 principles I'm about to share with you, and I've used them with over 5,000 men to fix their marriages, reconnect with their children, and ultimately love the man staring back at them in the mirror. So if you want to learn how to build unshakable confidence, then apply these 4 principles today. If you don't know who I am, my name's Tony Versick, and I've helped over 5,000 men fix their marriages and keep their families together while also building massive wealth and success. Confidence comes from building evidence that you deserve to be confident. Let me say that one more time. Confidence comes from building evidence that you deserve to be confident. And you do that within yourself. You give yourself self-respect, you give yourself self-care, and you ultimately give yourself self-love. Now, I'm gonna give you 4 simple ways to do that, but just understand, I've coached men who make over $200 million and they don't feel like they are worthy of what they have. They pretend they're confident, they wear a mask, but behind closed doors, they do not love the man staring back at them. Maybe you can relate to that, maybe you can't. Step number 1 here is if you want to build unshakable confidence as a man, you must set targets that challenge you and push you way further than you think you can go. Now, this one alone is not enough. There's 3 more that you must have after this, but let me break this one down. When I was younger, I didn't have my father around to raise me how to be a man. He was drinking, he was in a victim mentality, my parents separated, so I had to figure it out on my own. Now, because I had no male father figure, I had no person to teach me the way of building confidence, I didn't know how to do it. In high school, I was bullied a lot, I was put down, I had pimples all over my face, and I would look in the mirror and hate the man staring back at me, or the boy, as I should say. When I was about 17, I started drinking a lot, and I'd go to parties with my friends, come home, crying, looking in the mirror, punching myself in the face. I had no confidence. Now, I coach very successful guys, I've got an amazing marriage, I'm a great father, and I'm not saying that to brag, I'm saying that because I deserve to say that. I've built evidence for that. So one of the things that turned my life around was getting healthy. I was a personal trainer before I ran Empowered Man. We help business owners fix their marriage and find balance. And the way that I built that confidence was I started going to the gym and pushing weight. And it was really fucking hard. I used to also have this tiny little neck. It's still pretty thin, but I had this really insecure mindset around my neck. So I would do like neck exercises at the gym. But what happened was I'd push myself harder and harder and I got stronger and stronger. I started to build muscle. I started to deadlift heavier, squat heavier. And that pushed me past my comfort zone. Then in business, I went from making $100,000 a year to 200 to 500 to $1 million a year to $5 million a year. But each and every time I had to set targets that pushed me beyond my comfort zone. And it wasn't just in one area. At Empowered Man, we teach this. There are 3 key areas you must master as a man to have unshakable confidence. You need all 3. They are your health, wealth, and relationships. So a lot of guys, they build success and wealth and they're confident when it comes to making money, but when it comes to taking their shirt off, they're not fucking confident at all. When it comes to walking around topless, not confident at all. When it comes to having a great marriage, not confident at all. When it comes to being a great role model and leader for your children, not confident at all. So the first lesson here is not just to set targets that push you, but it's to do it in all 3 areas. Because if you're confident in one area, wealth and business and leading a team, but you come home and your wife doesn't want to have sex with you, it destroys your confidence. And the way you do something is the way you do everything. First question to ask yourself is, are you on the way to mastery? There's no perfection, but are you progressing in your health physically with your body, in your health with your mind and your thoughts, in your relationships with your partner or wife, in your relationship with your children, and in your relationship with yourself, while also having wealth and success? If the answer is no, set targets to move forward. Set targets that challenge you, having a difficult conversation with your wife, doing things that are uncomfortable, even though you don't feel like them, you face that discomfort. Set targets that challenge you as a man. This is how I've built massive wealth, or not massive, more wealth than most people my age, about $2 million net worth at 32. but also have a great marriage full of sex. I feel like I'm a good father. I make great money. I've got a business and people that respect me. But it all started with challenging myself. Are you capable of more? If the answer is yes, set the targets, write them down, and then it's about hitting them. Step number 2 to build unshakable confidence is integrity. Integrity means to follow through despite how you feel. Remember, confidence comes from building evidence that you deserve to be confident. It is very unrealistic to be confident at something you have not done many times. When I coach a $200 million CEO, but I ask him to have a conversation with his wife, he can crush it in business and have difficult conversations. But to ask his wife what she doesn't like about him, he shits his pants because he hasn't built enough evidence. He says he wants that, his target is a great marriage, but he doesn't follow through, which makes sense. Because as men, we are dictated by our feelings. Our feelings control every single thing we do. Think about it. You feel like taking a piss, you go and take a piss. You feel like taking a shit, you have that feeling inside of your gut that you need to poo, you go and do a shit. You feel stressed, you start drinking. You feel tired, you stay in bed. How many things in our life as men do we say we're going to do? I'm gonna get fit and healthy. I'm gonna start working out. New Year's resolutions, have you ever set those before? What happens? Our feelings get in the way. I tell my wife I'm gonna finish work early. I say I'm gonna make more money. I say I'm gonna fire or hire that person. And then what happens is our thoughts and our stories control our feelings and we don't follow through. And this is where, as a man, if you wanna build confidence, you must become so fucking good at following through whether you feel like it or not. Almost every day the last 3 weeks, I have not felt like getting up. My alarm goes off at 5 a.m. I'm meant to get up, go for a run, go for a walk, exercise, meditate, journal, power up like we teach all of our empowered man clients. I don't feel like it. I feel stressed, I feel flat, I feel down. I jump out of bed anyway. Then I come to the workday. I've got 3 podcasts I'm recording today. There's fires burning in the business. My wife's pregnant and upset. I get to show up whether I feel like it or not. And every day I prove to myself through ruthless commitment to my targets. I said I was gonna do it, I do it anyway. Good example of this, I set a target last year that I was gonna walk 10,000 steps a day. Now, there were many days where I'd get down to 8 p.m., I'm sitting on the couch with my wife, I've done 8,000 steps. I got up and walked around my living room 2,000 times, 2,000 steps to hit that target. Because I know as soon as I say I'm gonna do something and I don't follow through, I've lied to myself. I've told myself a story that I'm gonna do something and then I haven't followed through. Now I can say I'm gonna lose weight, say I'm gonna grow my business, say I'm gonna finish work on time, and I can not tell anyone else. But if I say it mentally or if I say it out loud to myself, my body and mind know when I'm lying. And confidence comes from proving to yourself that you follow through. If you do the shit you need to do in your marriage, in your business, in your relationship, whether you feel like it or not, despite how you feel, you build supreme confidence because you prove to yourself that unlike most weak men, the men who fucking let their feelings get in the way and shoot up schools, weak ass men are dictated by their feelings. You prove to yourself that it doesn't matter how you feel because you have integrity and you follow through on the shit you say you're gonna do. Where in your life, as a husband, as a partner, as a father, as a business owner or leader in your team, have you not followed through on the shit you said you were gonna do or on the shit you thought you were gonna do? And how has that affected your confidence? If you learn how to set targets and follow through despite how you feel, your confidence skyrockets because you prove to yourself that you're a man of your word and no one can take that away from you. Follow through with integrity. If you're getting value from this video and you want to become a more confident man, winning and succeeding in your marriage or relationship, as a father, as a business owner or leader in your career, basically having better health, better wealth, more wealth, and better relationships, then you need that confidence. And if you want help with that, there'll be a link down below where you can book a coaching session with my Empowered Man team. We'll literally get our expert coaches who have been doing this for years to build out a roadmap for you to have the unshakable confidence you deserve. So if you want a custom roadmap, go down below, check out the link. I'll see you on the other side. The third step is to commit, ruthless commitment to thousands of repetitions until you master whatever it is you're trying to build confidence in. Let me explain what I mean. I have a team member. She's the sales manager in our business, and she's phenomenal. She's helped me take back time. She takes a lot of ownership. Her confidence is high. She's amazing at sales. She's amazing at management. She's amazing at so many things. However, recently she needed to have a difficult conversation with one of the people she had taken on board in her business. This person relied on her. This person was upset at her. And because this person was upset at my sales manager went into an old pattern where she wanted to people please that person. She wanted to meet that person's needs. So she said she would do something which she wasn't willing to commit to. Now she has a choice. Stand up for herself, have the confidence to speak her truth and take that back, or hide. And she found it really difficult to have the conversation, but she committed to doing it. And she was so afraid of it going wrong. She was so afraid that she might fuck it up. But once she did it, she felt so much better. And the question I asked her was, is it reasonable for you to be good at this conversation? She said, I guess. I said, well, how many of them have you had? She said 0. I said, cool. So is it reasonable for you to be good and confident at something you've never done before? And she said, no, it's not reasonable. Exactly. Think about any area of your life you're not confident in. Is it not confident in the way you look? I guarantee if you're not confident in the way you look, you haven't put in thousands of repetitions or hours to improve the way you look. Are you not confident in personal relationships, in your marriage? It's because you haven't put in the hours and the thousands of repetitions it requires to be good at that thing. You see, it's not just enough to set a target that pushes you past your limits. And not just enough to follow through on your word, you have to do this consistently for thousands of repetitions, which proves to yourself that you can build the muscle of confidence, because just like going to the gym, it is a muscle. And when you build that muscle, no one can tell you otherwise. You can't tell me there's not a bicep there. I've built it through thousands of repetitions, through my energy and effort. Where in your life, in your business or career, where in your life as a father, as a husband, as a man, have you put in 1 repetition or 2 repetitions? You didn't feel like it, you had integrity, you followed through, but then you quit before you achieved the goal. It's fucking hard to be a man. There's so much weight on your shoulders. Husband, father, provider, leader, everyone relies on you. But the most powerful men, the most confident men, they do thousands of repetitions. They stay consistent for days, weeks, months at a time. And when you do that, you build that muscle of confidence. Because no one can tell you you're full of shit. You've done so many repetitions that you become a master in your health, wealth, and relationships. I want you to ask yourself a simple question right now. Where in life are you lacking confidence? And how much real time, energy, and repetition, just like doing a bench press, how many repetitions have you actually done consistently to achieve mastery in that area? Commit to mastery by doing thousands of repetitions. And I guarantee if you do that, you learn, you grow, you move forward brick by brick in that area of your life, you will build unshakable confidence. Unshakable confidence. I've got an event that I ran at AREC, AREC 2024. By this time, there might be a YouTube video. Just Google AREC 2024 Tony Versick. And I spoke in front of 5,000 people. Now, it's the biggest event I've ever done. And initially, I was a little bit nervous, but I spent 60 hours on that 30-minute presentation. I spent 50 hours designing the slides and the script, and I spent a remaining 10 hours practicing. 20 times I practiced that script, and then I watched myself back. I did so many repetitions that when I got up on that stage, I had no nerves because I built the confidence. Now, it's very easy for me to go, you know what? I'm fucking terrified. This is scary. But that lack of confidence comes from a lack of preparation, which comes from a lack of repetition. Put in the reps. This final step is the most important. And it's changing your internal dialogue to become dangerous and believe it. Let me explain what I mean. You can set targets that push you. You can follow through despite how you feel, and you can do thousands of repetitions. And everyone around you can see that you're the fucking man. They can see how hard you work. They can see that you're pushing through no matter what. They can see that you're smashing targets, but internally, there's that little voice in your head that tells you you're not enough. And I cannot stress how common this is among successful men. I've coached thousands of men, hundreds of millionaires, 7-figure business owners, at least 50 8-figure business owners, 10 million plus. And I think about 4 to 5 9-figure business owners now, personally coach them, sitting in a room or sitting on Zoom together. And every single one of them share this trait. I'm not good enough. I should be further ahead. I should be more. It's actually one of the most common traits of a billionaire. And there's nothing wrong with wanting more. There's nothing wrong with chasing success. But if you are chasing success and wanting more only to not believe in yourself, not respect yourself, not love yourself, and to deep down inside of you have that little boy that says, I'm not enough, then that's a shitty existence because you will never fill that hole. Now, it's so simple to shift this. It's to make a decision to change your internal dialogue. You can say it out loud, you can think it, you can write it down. And I recommend you write these things down every single day. Don't lie to yourself, because if you don't believe something, it won't work. Affirmations, I am the man, that shit doesn't work. Because if there's a tiny part of you that doesn't believe it, you won't have the true confidence. The secret here is to add a word before the affirmation, before the thing you say, think, or write. And it is this: I am becoming. If you can believe this, because it's true, you're on the journey, it never ends. I am becoming a man who is dangerous. I am becoming a man who is confident. Dangerous means you can be dangerous in any realm of human endeavor: health, wealth, relationships, marriage, fatherhood, business, marketing, sales. Because you set the targets, you follow through despite how you feel, and you commit to doing thousands of repetitions. You tell yourself the story, I'm doing those 3 things. I'm becoming confident. I am becoming enough. I am becoming the man who deserves this. I am becoming the man who is confident. And you say that every morning. And you write it every morning. And you say it every night. And you write it every night. And then you have the evidence to support it by the actions you take, despite how you feel. There is a tipping point where one day you truly fucking believe it. I went from having no confidence, being an alcoholic who didn't have his father there, who lost his relationship, who couldn't make any money, to having everything I've ever wanted. An amazing marriage, a great relationship with my daughter, with another child on the way, speaking on stages with 5,000 people, making millions of dollars a year while having freedom. And it happened brick by brick. And it couldn't have happened if I didn't believe that I deserve this and that I'm the fucking man. And I don't say that with arrogance. I've shared this at events before and people go, oh, that's arrogant. No, I've proven it to myself. I'm not cocky. I'm not overconfident. I'm not saying that I'm the fucking man and I'm better than anyone. I know that within myself, I'm doing my best. And could I do better? Yes, but that's okay. I'm doing my best and I'm becoming the best version of myself because I'm committed to growth, mastery, and health, wealth, relationships. Could I sit here and say I'm not enough? Yes. Are there things I could be unconfident about? Yes. But I'd rather redirect that energy on solutions. How do I become a better man? I'm not good at this thing. Cool, I can sit here and not be confident, or I can practice it. I can put in the reps. And that's how you build confidence. Tell yourself internally and externally, I am becoming dangerous. I am becoming the man who deserves this. I am becoming a man who is confident. And prove it to yourself so many times that you will believe it. Now, this sounds shockingly simple, but simple doesn't mean easy, and we miss the fundamentals. Set targets that push you in health, wealth, and relationships. Follow through whether you feel like it or not. Every repetition counts. Do thousands of repetitions, commit to mastery, and tell yourself internally and externally that you've got this. I'm becoming the fucking man. Now, if you want help implementing this, it's a lot easier with a plan. I hope you got value from this. If you have, give this a thumbs up on YouTube or 5 stars wherever you're listening. It helps us help more men because you and the world needs more confident men. Men who believe in themselves and who feel like they're enough. Men who are in control of their emotions. Now, if you'd like a custom roadmap on how to build more confidence, how to be a better husband, a better father, a better business owner, how to fix a marriage, how to improve a marriage, how to have it all in life, then it's a lot easier with somebody who is confident leading the charge, being around men who are becoming confident alongside you. And that's exactly what the Empowered Man is all about. We've coached over 5,000 men on how to save their marriages, become better fathers, become better business owners, and have that internal dangerous power. So if you'd like to learn how to do that, go down below, there'll be a link. You'll be able to book a coaching session with my Empowered Man team, and my expert coaches will build out a custom roadmap for you on how to have the confidence you deserve. Hope you enjoyed the video. Go and get your custom roadmap down below. I'll see you for the next episode of the Empowered Man podcast.